Hello, everyone. Uh, Good to be here for the first time. This is actually like my first time recording, so I don't know how to do it. I thought that maybe some of you out there are in need of making such kind of like animations. I don't call it I don't call it animation, but it does the job for quite some cases for some people, especially for myself when we were in a short of money, so we had to do the thing. Actually, I live in Iran, so I don't know why I'm recording it in English, but maybe I thought that there would be more audience to this outside the Iran because I searched it around the internet, the YouTube, and I couldn't find anything more, related to this kind of thing that I'm going to show you today. So, um, what you can see here is quite a few number of slides here on the left side, and when I click the play, you will see the animation that we are going to finish today. So it's an anim. It's yet I can I don't want to call it an animation, but just I got used to it. So what you're seeing is quite just a mixture of quite not sophisticated slides that what you're seeing, yeah. And yeah, there would be some things here that I will fix it later because maybe that's what's gonna happen when I'm recording my screen. So we're gonna fix that later. But what you're seeing, yeah, it's in Farsi. Don't panic or anything. Those people in English. What you saw here is around 35 seconds of a quiet commercial animation-like video, and we were trying to show one of the features that our application had. Yes, I work for Nevo, and I'm their content writer, and somehow I tried to learn through these kind of tools that I had before. I tried some other things before, but this type of thing was kind of new because I had to use more tools, more features of Keynote, and the application that we're using today is, as you saw, is Keynote. But those guys that don't have Keynote or Apple, we have the same type of thing on PowerPoint. For later videos, I'll definitely post such like video for PowerPoint. So for now, let's start by clicking Keynote. And as you can see, it asks you to open a new document. So it doesn't matter which one are we going to pick, because at the end we have to change the dimensions. But as always, I pick the white for the white dimension. So when I zoom out, you can see this with this one, or with just with your finger when you pan out. So this is very important at the very start of this thing, because first we have to make sure that if you want to post it on the Instagram, we want to post it on the YouTube, we want to post it on anywhere. So it's very important. What I'm going to do here is to edit it for only Instagram. Yeah. Let me just turn this on. So, oh, this one. Sorry. So I'm gonna put the dimensions, the right dimensions for the Instagram post. As I can remember, if I just go back really quick to my final version, I could say that the dimension for each slide is 1080, 1080. So what we are going to do here is to just put 1080 here, and you can see this thing here. So when I click OK, and we'll zoom out, you'll see the exact size for Instagram post. I'll click those things, as you have seen in other videos. We have to delete those things. So the first thing we have to do, we have to have quite an overview from this thing that we are making here. So what I made here is a number of folders with my files inside of it. We have files for backgrounds, we have characters, we have fast food, as you have seen here in this slide. Yeah, in this slide, that we have a fast food slide. So we have the file formats of each page. This will help us to get the exact final version that we want to make at the end of each slide. And we have the map thing, we have the mobile thing. So I have to check these all the time. I have to see that for each slide, what type of thing should be accomplished at the end of each slide. So the first thing is introduction, number 1. I will share the whole thing with you later in the caption below. But as I open it with just in a quick preview, you can see that we want to make this thing happen in the first slide. So first of all, I could use this static thing, but as my graphic designer, which I will introduce his works to you, and the way that he makes these type of objects later, he helped me with these kind of objects. Like, he gave me these objects, all of them separately, so I could have access to all of them, and I could make animations and stuff. So you will see in the later of this video. The first thing I want to make sure that I'm going to make it happen is this introduction. So this introduction, I want to make sure that everything is quite perfect. So let me see, I could use this type of tool here. I have never used it. Wow. Okay, so I'll close this. I will drag this slide into this part. What I want is not that I have here. I just did this so I could change the color of my background of this slide originally into this color. So the only way that I can is just to click format. We are in this slide, right? If you click here, if you click outside this slide, you will be editing this whole thing, control panel, only for this whole slide, not the objects. Like if I click here, you can see these dots. It means that you are editing this object. But if I click here, I'm editing the whole slide. So you can see the background here. I need to change the background into this blue color. If I click this eyedrop, and if I just click anywhere here, the color changes. So if I just delete this, still the original slide will have this color. So this is for our first step. It's not quite a big step, so we want to make sure that it's going to look like this at least. So I have to look for something that I want to put here. I put it in the background. So we have the plain blue here, but I always want to make sure that everything comes from the original if I could change it myself, not to put extra objects into this slide. So I have this. It's a PNG file. It doesn't have any background. It's transparent, so I could use it. I actually helped. I got help. I told you I got help with my graphic designer. So he helped me with these type of objects. We will later put another tutorial for how to make these kind of objects and then mix them and then make a story. And it's quite different when you have to create kind of things, because you have to create a story first. You have to have your the people that are using it, like the persona. So I drag this. It's just like so simple. You have to just drag this into your, the first slide. So when I want to just adjust it like this, you have two ways to adjust it. The first thing is that if I drag this, Keynote will automatically do this for me. So anywhere that I put it, the whole image will be shrinked. And when I drag it here, this central line tells me that this object is in the center. So we have to pay so much attention to these small details, because it will be quite it's not quite complete after what we are going to do. Is we want something really good. So when I go back again for the final format that I had that was given from my graphic designer, you can see that there will be a little space between all these things. So I have to just make sure that it's gonna look like that. So maybe just a bigger, yeah. So I have the same thing, if you can see these two. But the only edit that he made to my object is that he removed these stars, which we agreed upon after he gave me this, so it's okay. So the next thing that we have to do is I want to bring a persona into my slide. So I have this folder called character, and I have this body and I have this faces, so I can just change them whenever that I want. We will use the rest for now. But the first face that I want to use is the normal face with the customer body. So I drag this customer. It looks a little bit, scary, but I want to put it here. I don't want to look at this here. If I use this kind of thing, it would be quite a simple, small detail, but yet it's not gonna look good. So I just drag it a little bit down here. And I need the head, of course, so I drag the head as well. And I will put it here. It's quite small, so I just have to drag it like this. So why we separated these things, sometimes it's necessary and sometimes it is. In these cases, maybe it is, because you have different faces, so you don't need to change it with the whole body, you just change the face. And there's a lot of things out there on the internet. You just have to have this skill for, I guess, Photoshop to edit them the way that you want. So as you can see, the first slide is ready, and it's simple. We don't have blinking eyes, right? We don't have moving mouth or hands or anything. But yet, it's gonna deliver our message. It's gonna deliver our message through a commercial way. You can use this kind of, making, slideshows, which will be finalized in Final Cut Pro or iMovie, to put a commentary of a narration behind it, and music and a voice of other objects that are happening inside of it. So you have to use all the tools, all the necessary tools, to make it a living thing. So I have this. I need to create another slide. For this, I don't want to show any animation yet, because I want to make sure that all my slides are complete, and then I will go to the next slide. So all I need to do is just to right click and use duplicate. So the duplicate actually helps me to avoid changing the dimensions again. So I don't need the same thing here, because I want them gone after the first slide is finished. So I just have to remove the objects that I added here. So I have this slide. Let's take a look for the next thing. Okay, number 2, the map. Okay, we have a quite of objects here. We have a quite of thing to do. I'm going to do it really fast, but it's just the thing that at first it's only dragging and dropping. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to make sure that this slide just look exactly like this. First of all, I need the background. If I go to the background, we will find the map background. So I don't need this blue anymore. I could, use this thing, not them, but no opacity, so just opacity, sorry. So I'm gonna use this type of background, just comes here, right? So in the final version, I guess we used a more plain background because we thought that it could be more minimalistic type of thing, that you don't have a lot of these small things, which I actually opposed because I wanted these. So I'm going to use them here. We never used it in the original form that we published a few weeks ago, but I'm going to do this here. So I have the background. I need to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Okay, so the final format, I need the road, I need the places, and I need the trees, and I need the clouds. Okay, so I go back to the map folder. The map folder contains all the objects that I need to put in. So I have a few clouds. So first I need to make sure that the road is in its place. I put this. It looks a little bit big, so I might gonna make it more smaller. Yeah. Okay. These things like centering is really important. I guess this looks good. This depends on you. If you want to, you can I don't know, hold the command and do it like this, or any way that you want to have is dependent on you, and how you want it to look like. So I want it to look like this. Yeah. Okay, just a little bit here. This place was almost out of the canvas. So I have this. I need to add the places. I have 4 places you can see here. The first place that if you take a look at the final format of each thing that my graphic designer gave me, the first place is the fast food. So I need to put them respectively. Okay, the fast food, drag and drop. Okay, just like this. You don't need to do extra stuff. The second one is I just have to keep it open here. So I have university, the campfire, and the house. So university, okay, we got university, we got the campfire, and the house. All right, just have to put them like this. Maybe a little bit smaller. Might take a few seconds to figure out. Okay, so always remember this. This thing might. Oh, sorry. This thing might take a few extra minutes for you to figure out about the sizes and all this stuff. I guess you would understand what I'm saying. So I have all the places here. Okay, let me take it. Okay, so I have all the places here. I need my character, as you have seen here. I need my character to start away and come through this thing. Okay, so where is my character? Yes, it's in the character format. No, okay, yeah, it's in the map again. So, yeah, persona. You have the persona. This thing we will put here. I guess our map here is different. I need another type of road. Yeah, I guess that's the original roadmap that I have, because we decided to, make it look like more realistic. That it's coming outside here, and then just like suddenly start like this. Yeah, so I have this object here, so I couldn't use any more thing. So I have this. Maybe I could make it a little bit smaller. Yeah. Okay. So sorry. um, Okay, I had this road only, this type of object, not this. You can see it's not starting here. We had a discussion over this, so we wanted to make it look more realistic. That the road starts from here, not only suddenly from here. So we have these objects. We had a few small details here, like the trees and the clouds. So we want to add more. We have three type of clouds. Two of these are quite like each other, but this thing is different. This thing, I can use it elsewhere. We will use it later. Don't worry. So I have two clouds and a few trees, type of different trees. You can see it here. So I just imported all of them together. So just use your innovative way of thinking to just just put them different places like this. Yep, it's not important at all. I'm not gonna even make it look like the original one, so I'm just using this to show you how to use this type of thing. I just copy and pasting. If you can see, I just Command C and Command V, or Control C or Control V, make it look like this. So I guess that's enough for the trees. So we have two type of clouds. I'm gonna have it one here maybe. Okay, we have two here, and maybe outside like this. Yeah, and a few back here, maybe here, and here. Okay, so I guess this is ready as well. Yep. Okay, maybe I'll put it here on the road, one of them. Looks more natural. So you see, it's not quite the same, but yet it depends on you how to create this type of thing. All right, we're going to the next slide. As you can see, I know what I'm doing. What's different for you is that before you're making these things, before you wanted to do this, what I'm doing, you have to write a story. My story is here. I have a story. I wrote it on a piece of paper. I couldn't show you exactly what I wanted to do, but first of all, you have to write a story. So my next plot, that I want to call it like a plot, is the fast food. Okay, again, we go with the same way, duplicating and then deleting all the stuff that we don't need. Okay, we have the same thing again, but the dimensions, we don't need it to change. It's an easy way. So we go to the fast food, but before that, let's see the final format. Okay, this is the final format. I'm gonna open the final format of this, and I want to keep it here. So I want to make sure that everything looks like this. I have all the objects from this place. I will share it with you later. So I have this. It looks like it comes here. So just put this, and you see, the graphic designer just gave me the exact size for the Instagram post. You see, if you work this kind of thing that way, you don't need to resize everything. So the next part, we have 3 objects here with a background, which is this. So I need to first put this background here. Okay, like I guess it's going to be like this. Okay, and we have 3 different objects. This one, and this one. Okay, so you see, we have the burger on the left side, the Coca-Cola in the center, and the fries on the right. So I just need to drag the burger, the Coca-Cola, and the fries. Okay, you have the only thing that takes time here is just to resize all these things. So it takes time. It's okay. So we're gonna do this. Just have to make sure that everyone in their size and no one is in the wrong one. So if I just, what I'm doing here is quiet, it's quiet by my, just dragging and dropping and resizing. It's not quite detailed. Sometimes what I want you to do is, if you click this, you will resize 246, 284, and if you click here, you see it's the 247. So I just have to like 246 to make sure that everything is in its place. So it's like 284. If I click this out, look, when I change this, the right thing changes as well. But if I don't want that, I just have to click this thing out, and 246, 284, 246. If I change this is not gonna change. Okay, what about this one? Okay, we have 284, so if I just click this out as well. Yeah, so everything is in its place. Although the height of these objects are not quite as here. You can see we have quite a big space left here. So if I just, if you put this on, when you want to resize, it's going to resize the whole thing, the whole object. So it's constraining it. But if I don't click it, if I just drag it, I can edit the height just like that. And the same thing for this guy. That's more like it. If you can just zoom out, you can make sure that everything are aligned. So if you see, yes, they are. So if I just do the same thing here, they are aligned. Okay, and for this I have to click this out again, and yep, that's it. I want to make sure that everything are aligned. Yes. Oh no, yeah. Okay. So we have this. Again, we're going to take a look. We have a few objects left. We have these fast food on top of them, which is this. Again, if I just drag it here, it's going to be complete. Okay, we have a problem here. We have a bad problem here. If I just, if I have this, if I resize it, okay, if I just take this out, when you resize this, it's going to look like this, which is not quite good. So I use Command Z, sorry. I need to drag this a little bit down. It's not quite a bad thing. See, I think I did the same thing here. So But I need to make sure that everything is dragged down. So if we just do this and come down like this is brilliant. Yeah. So here is important because now it's under it. See? It's under it. So I want to make sure that it comes on top. You click right and you say bring to front. Yeah, that's it. So this is what I want. This is exactly what is happening here without the characters. I want the characters later, but now I'm so satisfied with what I've just already done. So we go for the last object, I guess that's it, the cashier. Oh, what I do, okay, I'm a Farsi guy, so I'm sorry when I mispronounce other things. Okay, the cashier, it's like the cashing machine, sorry, the cashing machine. The cashing machine was left, so I put it here. I'm gonna bring the characters from the character folder, right? So I have the customer buddy, I don't need it. I need the salesperson and customer in shop. Okay, we bring customer in person and the salesperson, customer shop. Okay, so I guess she's in a good place right now. Yeah, maybe. Okay, it's not that bad. Maybe I just make this a little bit smaller, right? Okay, and then bring her in front of here. And you see these legs, they shouldn't be like this because it's gonna look creepy. And the creepy guy, he has to be here, okay? But we have a few problems that we need to solve. The first thing that his hand here should go behind this cashing machine. So this is very simple. You just have to click on it, the cashing machine, and you have to click right and then say bring to front. That's it. And again, we have the same thing here. So again, we say bring to front on this object. But we have a problem here. So we have to make sure that everyone are in their places. Again, I have to click right on this to make that problem go away, like with bringing to front. I guess that's it. Yep, that's for this slide. Okay, what's the next slide? The final version, no, the final formats, right? Okay, we have this phone. Yeah, the phone part is quite tricky because I had to do it myself and I couldn't find anything about it. Maybe you could find, guys, and you could just put it down in the link below, the comments below, but I couldn't find anything. So I need to make sure that what I want here is quite simple, but when I want, I will tell you. Okay, so again, I'm duplicating here. I'm deleting all the things that I have added. We have a simple plain thing. Okay, the only problem here is that I need to put the same thing color. So it's just different. It's like I use the eyedrop and that's it. Okay. I go to the mobile phone. I have the left hand, I have the right hand, and I have the phone mockup. Okay, the phone mockup here, it does have the screen on it. What I suggest to you guys is to don't use this thing. Here, I used a mockup again, but the video that I'm going to show you how you have to put it here, only especially on this part, is different. So you see, if I drag this out, you see it's nothing here. It doesn't matter if you have this background or not. But I have this mockup. I want to show how my customer uses my application. So it's quite fun. When I bring those hands here, oh, okay. So the left hand comes here and the right hand goes behind this. So I want the right hand holds it. So again, the thing is to bring the front and bring this to front again. So the hand moves on this screen. Okay, so I have this too. I have this hand as well. And maybe just make it a little bit small, okay? Could make it bigger. Okay, these all depend on what you are, what you want to achieve at the end of this thing. It's not that quite hard. It's really, really simple, but still, I wanted to share this with you guys because I thought that there would be nothing more like this on the internet yet. So, okay, I've done this thing. I have quite two more slides here. But before I start these small things, which later I will tell you why, I'm not going to do it right now because this depends on how you want to finish your video. I use this. So if I just click this, you see, this comes and then goes. And it's really, really, really simple. I'm not going to do this right now. Maybe I could just, drag and drop this thing. Maybe I never tried that, but maybe I could do it here. Yes. Okay. So I need the font. I need the color code for this green thing. So I told you, if you click outside the slide, you can have access to the color part. So if I click this and go to the second tab, it tells you it lets you to put the code anywhere that you want. Okay, so again, if I click outside and do this and just paste the code here and enter, and that's it. We have the color, we have this thing. I don't want the animation. I hope that it didn't bring the animation yet. Let me check. No? Okay. So I'm going to finish my video after this, and why I'm not going to finish it after this is different, because first of all, you guys have no idea, those guys who are speaking English have no idea that what does this mean. These are in Farsi, but this, if I wanted to tell you, is just a feature from our application that lets you to access your bank account and do stuff. So I just put some bank icons here and telling my client that my customer actually that my application serves to these banks and as well as other banks. Translation here. So I'm not going to do this one. But what is missing in the first that I just noticed are these clouds. I had another type of cloud. I didn't add any clouds here. I'm going to add those clouds, and I'm going to just cut to the chase and start animating. Yeah. So I'm going to add 3 maybe clouds here. Yeah. Okay. So one here and one here, maybe. Yeah. Okay. So my slides are finished, and I want to start animating. So let me tell you something. We have 2 completely animating parts which are different from each other. The first one is the animation for the whole slide, from this slide to this, which actually is I want to work it here. And the other objects that are actually necessary of getting the animation is using when I just click all these objects. And as long as you have your objects, apart from your whole idea, you can add more animated stuff to that, and it makes it more vivid, more living. And I know that what I'm doing here is not even qualify it as an animation, but since that here we have the animate thing, so I'm just gonna use the animate verb, and I'm not gonna you know, offense to those who are actually putting a lot of effort and a lot of time to make an animation from sketching and from other stuff, because I know what you guys doing. It takes a lot of time and a lot of, you know, effort, and what you are doing here takes around like a few hours and done. But this is only for those who want to have less money spent and efficient time, but not undermining the quality. So I guess the quality quite a bit good after we got the reviews after it. Okay, I'm gonna animate first. I'm gonna animate these clouds to move like this. It's not that hard, right? So the first thing is that they have this built-in action and build-out. What are these? I'm going to explain it to you. The built-in is actually means that when I use this move in, it's gonna move from the outside of this slide and come in. So we have move in. If you click this, we have other things with other animation stuff. So I'm not gonna use the built-in. I'm not gonna use the built-in. I'm gonna use the action, because when my customer is seeing this, I want him to her to see these objects already there and then see the action. So I'm gonna just put an action here with move. So I'm gonna take it like here, but I'm gonna add a duration because this was so fast, right? So I'm gonna add the duration of 5 seconds, which is quite normal for a cloud to move, but maybe 4. It's gonna take, look, as long as the duration that you put for each object in each slide, it will add up to the total of your whole animation's duration. I'm gonna do the same thing for other clouds. So again, for this thing, action, move. Oh, see, this is happening. I have to make sure that she is in the front. Also her body. Okay, so maybe 4, just as same as this one. So if I do this, oh, it looks quite cool, right? And this one, 4 seconds. See, this S means second. So what I did here is, this is different. The acceleration, I used ease in. So the way that it comes in is different. Look. This is my animation, right? But when I change it to out and use this, wait, look. See? It's faster because it's running to go out. So I always put ease in. Look, what's gonna happen? See, it's more you know, you feel it more way of it, which is natural. So all of these are 4 seconds, although I'm gonna change them to ease in. So it's not gonna look so bad. What I did with this character as well is that I want her to come inside my edit. So before that she comes in, I need to make sure with the built-in part that she comes right inside. So the animated thing that I need to use here, okay, what I used here is is the pivot animation. If you click on this and add an effect, you will find pivot here. Whoa, so the head is apart from it, and the pivot as well for this body, but I want them to come from the bottom to the top because I thought it looks cooler. That's all. You could change the way that you want it. So I thought that maybe it comes from bottom right like this, or maybe bottom left like this. It's totally up to you. But I'm gonna keep it like to the bottom left. Maybe it was better. Okay. So I need to see what's gonna happen when I play. Let's see. Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Why? Because I have to click. Look. Did you hear the sound? The first one moved. The second one moved. And the third one, and as well, and all this stuff. So this is so important. You see here? This is on click. You have to change it automatically, and maybe with no delay. So for the whole slide, always remember, look, all of them are on the click as the original setting. You have to change them. You have to change them, all of them, to automatically. Okay, the delay part takes a lot of, thinking, because sometimes you want them to be delayed, but I'm not going to change this. I'm just going to change the on-click thing for all of my slides, so I'm not going to be bothered by them. This third thing, actually, or second thing, I don't remember it, is that each of these objects were moving after one another. How can I change this? The build order. The build order actually places all my objects in the animated form after each other, with each other, or apart from each other. Okay, so here they are apart from each other. If I click the cloud, the first cloud, you can see the cloud here. It's with the on-click option. I need to use after transition. Why? Because the transition is going to happen here. This is the start of the transition. It's gonna automatically do this, and then after that, it's gonna happen with this. But I want this happens with this one. So the only thing that I can do is to just only click and say with build. This is build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'd say build 1. And again, the third cloud with build 1. But what about the face? What if I want them to come after that? Maybe not. So again, with build 1, because look here. If I just do that, I have to wait for all those clouds to move, and then my character comes in. Oh, my RAM is running out of memory. So if you see here, the build order, again, you see it's like with all of them are with build 1. So again, I'm going to use the build order for this part. All of them happens at the same time. With build 1, and that's it. That's it for the first slide. Look. Okay. I wanted that. Quite good, right? So maybe I just drag her. Oh, okay. Drag her a little bit down. Maybe kind of this. And her in the center. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Even I want to add a more animated thing. You see this object behind her? I could add this effect because I like it. So it's gonna be shiny, and yeah, maybe if I just drag this scale at 100, it's gonna come out of this picture. So always when you add an animated thing, an animated option, sorry, to your object, make sure that you go and edit the build order. It's always important. Make a note for yourself. So the background, I also wanted to come with the build 1. Okay, so let's see how does it look like. Yeah, it looks more cool, right? So we go to the next part, which is my favorite part after the fast food, actually. So the next part is quite simple. all I'm gonna do is to animate her and go to the fast food and then go to here. So I'm gonna tell my customer that the next time she's gonna go to the university and the campfire and again at last at her home. So she's gonna experience a set of story tables written for her. So the first to the whole, what I thought is quite different because I wanted to make sure that my customer thinks that she goes inside the fast food. So what I did for them to make their mind encouraged to watch the rest of the videos that we're going to post about the university, the campfire, and the house, and other things, other places. So what I did is to went to this, for example, university. I clicked on it. I add the format and I went to the image, yes, and I actually took the color out of it. Why? I did the same thing with all of them, except the fast food. When she goes in, the fast food becomes colorful, and then she goes right back in it. Yeah. What I wanted was this. So what I did here is I had two of these fast foods. One of them were without the color, and I made sure that after that she goes inside, that the one with the color comes up. Because I couldn't do this animated thing with the saturation here. I need to use the saturation here manually. So I had to look for a solution. So I thought that maybe I could use another layer of the same object and then, but with the color and then add it here. But how? I have it here, okay? Just don't worry about it. First, I need to animate her and the clouds. Just like here, look. If you want to see it. I wanted to do this thing, right? Okay, so what I did first is to just animate these things so I could not, oh, okay, I'm making a mistake. This is built in. I need to use the action move maybe for 4 seconds again, and with the easing. Don't forget these settings. You always have to repeat some routines on and on, so you make sure that you don't drop out a small detail. Okay, again, easing with 4 seconds, easing with 4 seconds. And again with this one. So I'm going to make sure that everything's happening correctly. So if I just click this, if I click, they will move. So we didn't change the build order yet. It's very important, but we can do it at the end of all the animations that we have done. So she's going to move from one place to another, right? So I'm going to carry her more to the supermarket, to the fast food, sorry. And after this, I want her to be shrink. That's how I'm going to tell my customer that she went inside the fast food. So again, with the easing, let me see if I used easing here as well. Sorry. Yeah, I guess, yep. I always use this easing because it makes it more, how can I say it? More, it's gonna make it better. So after the action, I want it to be scaled, but not like that, but like this. Almost 0. with the easing. So what you're about to see is this after she moves right on top of the fast food. And I want to put this here as well, but not when I want him to I don't want it to come up. I want it to come like dissolving like this, but after that she went to the fast food with a duration of 50 seconds. So I think everything is done except the build order. And what I wanted to do after all this test stuff, which actually cost me a lot of time, I wanted this built in as well. So I wanted all of them to drift and scale, I guess. I don't know. And not this. No, let me make sure what type of anime. Okay, pop. I use the pop animated thing. So okay, we have pop here, and one here as well. Another one here as well. Okay, but make sure that the building comes always at the bottom first. So drag these and come on top of it, like after the clouds maybe. Yeah. Or maybe the persona. Okay. So the cloud, the first cloud, is coming after the transition. Always remember to edit this. We don't have any setting that tells me on click. Nothing. Like this or this, anything. So the same procedure goes with the clouds here, like the first slide. So I'm going to just use with build one, with build one, with build one, and with build one. And the persona, the persona is going to go through like that because she wants to, if you look here, look. Okay, I put the clouds after this. Maybe I should do the same thing. So I just drag the whole clouds after my pop-ups. Yeah, this is gonna be more like what I just did in the past. So I have the pop-up of all my objects here, especially this guy, which is the top one. Okay, let me just drag him here. Okay, so the first one is gonna my fast food, so it's gonna come the first. The second one, the university. The third one, the campfire, and the fourth one. So like this. After the transition, I want it to be like this after the build one. So I want the university comes after my fast food, so it should be put with after build one, after build two, after build three. But what about my persona? What if what's going to happen to her? Nothing. She will have just, let me see. Okay, she just stays there. Okay, she won't have any built-in, right? She won't have any built-in. After that, I have my clouds, but I want all of them to take action after. So, but here, I want her to move after all these animations that are happening. See? So my cloud, when it's moving, I want the second one with the build 5. So this is my cloud build 5. I want all my other clouds to come just like the build 5, just like the first slide for the clouds. And after that, I want my persona to move after build 9, maybe not. I want it to happen like that. I want it to happen more, natural. I want her to move with these, but I'm not going to show it to my customers. And then I'm going to scale her. And after that, this will happen. So let's see what's not wrong and what's not right. Okay, the first thing, I have to click again. Okay, let's fix that. So sometimes you have to fix stuff like this. After the transition, I made the same mistake. Okay, so you will see this. Something is wrong. Something is quite wrong. Yeah, a lot of things are wrong. So the first thing is that this is going to build in, and this needs to build out. But this needs to come after my build order, not at the top of it. This should come. This what I made a small, although a big mistake. So this comes right after this, and all of these except, yeah, okay. So let's see again. Same mistake. I need to change this to after transition. Okay, let's see again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now the clouds are moving, but not all of them at the same time, so something is quite wrong. The clouds should move with each other with build 5, not after it. I guess when we drag them and put them again somewhere else, this thing happens. Okay, let's see again. That's everything is quite. Oh, I made a mistake. Wow. Okay, should be here. Okay, so let's see. Right, the clouds are moving, and when their clouds stop, okay, her speed was fast. Her speed for not scaling but for moving. Okay, for moving is a bit fast, maybe like 2 seconds, and I want her to, yeah, that's it. I guess that's what I did here. Let me see. No, the problem here, I wanted to make sure, was that I want my my character moves with the clouds like this. So again, did you see the problem here? Something went wrong. She came under the tree. Okay, these are this big, although small details. Look, so that's not quite what I want. I need her to bring in front at any cost. So again, let's make sure that it's quite working. All right, she went inside the fast food, and fast food became colorful. Okay, cool. So we go to the fast food again here, and I want the fast food comes like more animated thing, because look what's gonna happen here. She comes in, she buys something, she gets a text message for that, and then everything goes. So not a lot of animations, of course. So let's see. Okay, not a lot of animations after that. Look. No, we don't have a lot of animations. So we have this thing. Maybe we could animate these as well, or maybe not. It's up to us. But I'm gonna just, do something like maybe this or this. So it's up to you. It's all up to you what type of animation you want to add for them. So you make it more, make it more, I don't know, more like what you want. And I want her to come from the left, and I want him to come from the right with this. So if I just play it, yep, that's what I want. And I want these, just this caching machine and this bottom part of this fast food to come from bottom to top. Yep. But after that, like in the part build order, I'm gonna make them all happen at the same time, so it doesn't look like that. So what I have, apart all these objects that I made, that I use shape for a lot of things, which is quite interesting, especially this one, because I wanted to show that this woman here, she receives a message. So I use this shape, I use here this arrow to make it look like that this message comes from here. Okay, maybe it's not that big. Okay, and like this, and like that, yeah. Okay, maybe like this. It's quite good. So I used green background. Maybe you can use other backgrounds as well. It's up to you. Always, it's up to you. I just use my whole, I use it because my graphic designer tells me to do. Sometimes he makes a mistake or sometimes not, but for quite time we are coming together as one group of people who are working together, so he's really helping me a lot. Okay, I want to add a text message here as well. I want to say that you have received a text message, and maybe that's it. Okay, so again I click on it and you see these little things. I want to make sure that it's the same size for my box here. So my box here is a little bit big. I can make it more smaller. Okay, I will make it green because it looks better on the background of sorry, I'll make it white because it looks better on the background, which is green. Yeah, and maybe another font here. I don't know what type of font I could use. Maybe this. Okay, so I have received a text message, right? So I want all these things to have animated stuff. So for my text message, of course, I need to use the pop animated thing here. I like pop for text messaging. And for text, I mostly use the typewriter, which I like for my texts. And okay, so I added all my animations. I used the build order. So first one is these objects. So I'm gonna tell them to come after, not after, but with each other. All these three, burger, Coca-Cola, and the fries. And after that, my customer, I want her to come from the left, and I want the guy comes with her from the right, and I want this caching machine and the bottom background come with each other, but with build, like, okay, we made a mistake here. First, we need to make sure that the place is in this place. So fast food, anything that's about the place should come before my characters. So I need to make sure that it comes from the first part and all of them together. And after that, my customer after build 5, my salesperson with her after build 6, like with build 6. And we have this pop-up message which I want her to come after she comes in, and the text message after that. Let's see if that works. Okay, again we have this click. God. Okay, maybe that's what I want. But you see how you always make this mistake with this unclick thing. So let's see again. I guess it doesn't look quite cool when this comes in. I want this without any animation. So I just delete move in. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to delete this. Delete here. So it's not going to delete this part, but this part, the whole animation. And maybe this one as well, the move in for my caching machine. So again, let's see. Yeah, that's what I want. The text message is coming really fast, so maybe I could add a duration of 1.5 and like this. Okay. Yep. And then after that, I want both of these to build out. I want the text message to build out. So we're using the build out for the first time here. I want them to disappear like this. Or maybe dissolve. This is much better. But sometimes you can use other effects like expand. Maybe again pop, which is better. And the text message for building out can be dissolving. Like, no, I could use disappear maybe. But again, we have to make sure that this build out comes after build 7 and the disappearance of my text should be with my last box because I want it to look like that. So again, let's see. Okay, she comes in, she receives a text message, and then she closes it. Okay. So let's go to our last part, but not the least. Okay. Okay, this part is tricky because you have to first record your screen. You have to first record your screen like I did here. So I got this video with the size of this dimension from an Android phone, and then when I click play, I just wanted to play what I wanted to play. Okay, this animation that you're seeing I'm using is done from the application Camtasia, which I'm recording my whole thing right now, and yeah, it's here. Yeah, it's like I couldn't pause or stop right now because I'm recording it for you guys. But let's start from here. If you imagine that my part is here, okay. So like if you switch over here, if you take this record from your phone and you drag it here, you will come up with this like maybe out of size thing. The first thing you do is to go to this, like you click on this video, you click format, okay, and on the movie, and you click this, sorry, arrange, and you click this on this constraining proportions, so proportion, sorry, to make it the same size that you want it. So if I just copy it here, maybe I could do it, yeah, like this. See, my size is not quite okay, so I just have to drag it a little bit down and a little bit left, and everything looks almost perfect. Again, I need to bring this to front. So I have this screen with my application logo. So I want him to click on it and then go out. And everything happens, the rest happens on this screen. But that's all. That's all. So first, I want this body move with the action because it's already inside the screen. I don't want it to come outside it. So I'd say move, but not from there, not to there, but to here, right? And then, again, I use the ease in. And then again, I want it, like the second action for moving is to go out with the ease out, because I want it out. But there is a thing here, how this thing should be played. We have a build-in for our movie and we have a build-out for our movie. It's a stop movie and a start movie. We can't use action for these kind of things because I don't want to. Because I don't want any of these animated stuff on my video. So I use build-in and I use build-out. You can see one of the options that are automatically added to your animated section for movies is a start movie and stop movie, which is only available for video files. So for build-in I have it, and for build-out I have it. I only need to make sure that the build order is quite right. So the movie starts and the movie ends, but how long the duration of the movie is? How can you figure it out? By clicking movie here, and you can see the duration here is almost 10 seconds. And I almost added 9.25 seconds to my video to stop. So I said that start it and finish it with a delay of 9.25. What does it mean? That I need this animation, not quite animation, this build out stop movie happens after this for the delay of 9.25 seconds. But this left hand should do the thing, then the movie starts. So it comes at the beginning of my slide. It's going to start with the transition, like after the transition. And then my movie starts, but not quite like that. I want this to come like after my hair. Yeah. So I want my movie starts with my build one because I wanted to just, when this goes in, to click with this movie starts. Look here. I'm gonna show it like this. Look. Okay. So that's what I wanted, but not that fast. And then I wanted to go out. So after the build 2, I want this duration, like the first movement, I want it like this. Like, this is so slow. Sorry. Like maybe 1 second. But there is a problem here. I just made a mistake again. I need this to happen after my build one. So let's take a look again. Yes, that's what I wanted. But there is a problem here. I put ease out. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. You always need to use this as well. Ease in. So let's see. Yeah, that's more like it. And then the movie goes on for about 9.25 seconds. And that's what I wanted. And that's it. If I just click play again, you can see the movies being played. And I guess it's a quite, I think that my laptop is running low on RAM because it's not quite a new one. It's from 2012. And when I open like multiple, keynotes, sometimes it happens. Okay, after this, I want my brand comes in and tells my customer that goodbye. So just it's not a big deal. It's just I want them here. So it's almost finished for this video. Before I wrap up things, I need to make sure that my transition from one slide to another here with using this effect looks more fun. So when I want this transition to be over, let's see what's gonna happen. It's like this is the animation that lets me choose how my objects, like object pop or object, look, it's in this part, object effects. So it's quite different from these. These only do it for the whole thing, but these take effect on each of my objects. So it's different. Okay, my lady here, she has this external head. I don't want her to look like that. I don't want that at all. So I want to build out, I want a specific build out for my lady here. So I'd say that you just move out like you came in. But again, at the same time, because I don't want the body goes after the head. Okay, after build 6, but the last one is going to go with build 7. So if I see what's going to happen here. Yeah, like something like this. Something exactly like this. And then I want every object flip. Something like this. Yes. This is more like it. Because after this, you see, it's going to come up with a funny way of animation. Okay, I think I made a mistake here. This is on click, which I didn't want that to happen, and the duration is too much. Okay, let's see. Okay, again, I don't want this. I just want, let's see what I did here. Bit of, okay, object flip, I used it, but you see, this is so important. It's not like left to right, but I want the simultaneous thing. So let's see what happens here. Okay, it's really fast. It's really fast. Okay, have I put the build out for this? I want to make sure that I have a build up. No. Okay, so that's the problem. I don't need any build out for my friend here because she flips like a cube. Again, I made a mistake here. It's object flip, not object cube. So yeah, like this. I wanted this. So I don't need her to have the build out. So I just delete these build outs to none. Okay, let's see again. Yep, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted, but not with any delays. Yes, and any delays here. I don't need delays between my slides. It's like I don't want it. Okay, I use this object flip for almost all my, except the last, all my slides, except the last one, which I used the object. Let me see what I used. Maybe something like. It's pretty difficult, so it's not that difficult, it's just, you know, okay, it's object push. Yeah, so it's not that difficult. What difficult is that you want to have what you want to have. So the procedure, okay, I don't want to left to right, but to top to bottom, like this. Okay. There is a problem here. See this? This is the screen. It just something happens here because the same thing doesn't happen. Okay. We have object pop-up. Both. I used a lot of things here. So let's use revolving door. What is this gonna do? Yep, I like this one. Revolving door. It's from right to left. It's okay, but with a more animated. And not any delay. Not any delay, please. No click. Anywhere that you see any click, just delete it, please. Okay. Let's see. Okay. That's more like it. Okay. Plop, plop, plop. Okay, this is because of that thing that I told you, the RAM thing. But I'm gonna show you the like. Okay, yeah. So that's it. Not quite perfect because we had these delays again, which could be felt. Yeah. So I think this is almost not ready for publish, but only for take a look as a view through my whole project. What's I'm gonna do and what's needed and. Okay. So this is it for today. What I want to add, oh, it took a lot more than I wanted. So what I want to add is that it's not enough here. It's actually like 60% of what we've done. What we're going to do after this video is we're going to add a narration to it. We're going to add sounds to it. We're going to add a background music to it. And after all these done, that's when it's ready. That's when it's ready for all these actions to be done perfectly one after another without any delays, without any unwanted delays, with a perfect duration and direction, with a perfect build order, which is very important. And when it's everything ready, it's quite simple to take an export from it. You just have to click File. You click Export to any type of format. Actually, in any type of format, I mean, like any type of format that you need for this type of thing, which is movie. And you will have, you don't need to change anything here because you have all the slides right after one another. And you have this this option. I mostly use 1080p, but it's only because that I want the most quality out of it. And then it asks you to where to save it. I'd say Keynote, commercial animation, which is not an animation. Okay, so just Keynote commercial video. That's more like it. And then I'm gonna save it on my desktop. It's gonna take a few, like maybe less than 10 seconds. And when it's done here, you have this video on your laptop. And that's it. Again, I'm gonna add when you use music, when you use sound of your voice to talk about the story that you're telling to your customer, it's gonna look more, living form. It's gonna get more, way of it's gonna catch your customer's attention. So that's it. Thank you, and I hope I'll see you again for the next video, which I'm gonna put for for the next week or maybe a week after that to add more objects to this kind of thing. We have a plan. We have a big plan to make more videos in every type of industry. So right now it was commercial, but we're gonna work more videos for kids, for like short videos to teach kids new words for the language, the English. I mean, like kids. I mean, in kindergarten kids, and other type of videos. If you just ask me, I could use your help to put more videos for more animations. So you could, guys, you could like if you hit a like button or follow me, because this is my first, like literally my first video. I don't have any followers. I don't have any likes, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thank you.